Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin makes it super interesting and exciting. We are getting very close to the resistance level and my next price target on the upside. So let's take a look at that. Generally what we can see across the market is upside as Bitcoin is climbing up as well. Especially what is highlighted here in the last few days and what is standing out is Cardano, but also now Solana catching up and also just before crossing an important resistance level at $105 US. That at least in the top 10. There are of course other cryptos like XC Infinity. I'm often asked if I make an XC Infinity video. I'm personally not a friend of the cryptocurrency. Yeah, it might have potential, but I find it highly risky because it all depends on basically one game, and the players are decreasing. So I'm a bit skeptical about that one. Yeah, generally looking interesting in the crypto market. You know, at least there is a bit more volatility, and that's what we said in the last weekend, that after all of that sideways movement, what Bitcoin did here in the beginning of March, we should start to see some volatility, and that is eventually what started to happen, which is fantastic. And also it's playing out at the moment, this wave E. The thing is just, is the wave E going to hold? Yeah, and are we going to turn around here and we break out to the opposite side of the wave E out of the triangle? That is what you would normally expect from this ABCDE pattern. But that only if this really is an ABCDE. That is only one scenario. That is one of the two scenarios that I'm actually looking at here for a potential breakout to the downside. This would be that ABCDE, where the E wave can go all the way up to the wave C, maybe even overshoot it a little bit, but then you would expect that wave to exit. So, and since I started to show you that wave E, the price really has started to go up here, all the way up now, and that was the next target I gave you yesterday, to 44.5K. After we broke out of this zone here, I'm actually going to take that zone out now because we have crossed it, we've been through it. So there you go. And after we moved above this 42.7K level here, that resistance, now support level, told you that the next level would be the 44.5K. And to be honest, we already moved all the way up to 44.4. So, you know, I think we're pretty much there already. That is important. But what is really the important level that I'm watching out for is the 45.5K level. If we break above it slightly, that's not a problem, but I would say above 46K and we're holding it, then that breakout to the downside from this triangle is not going to happen. What then is going to happen, in my opinion, is that move into this green area here, which is sitting between 55 and 65K. Before, however, we are going to come down then. This is still the expectation here that we're going to land here sooner or later, either now or after that longer route around that green target area and then down. That is still my primary expectation here, to come down first. Yeah, absolutely, because I always get that asked. No, my primary expectation hasn't changed, and why would it? Because I told you that as long as we are in this triangle, anything can happen, and my primary expectation remains what it is. It will change as soon as we break out of that triangle to the upside. Right. We can draw a trend line. That's what I showed you in the last video here already. You can draw a trend line as long as we are above the trend line. That immediate upside potential is valid. The chart doesn't look great. Yeah, I mean, it's not impulsive. It's rather corrective in my opinion. Also, what I wanted to show you, and this is just supporting basically further upside potential. It's just as long as you are above this EMA ribbon, also this immediate uptrend is happening. Yeah, again, I showed you that long signal down here on the 4-hour chart that has played out so far, and we are holding above that 4-hour EMA ribbon. You are now also, and we saw that as well, above the 8-hour EMA ribbon, so that was even more confirmation, and that happened exactly when we broke into this zone above 39.7K. We said if we break into this zone that you can go very quickly all the way up to 42.7K. That happened, even though Bitcoin had a few difficulties along the way, but it made it, and it's now basically seen already the next target at 44.5K. And above the daily EMA ribbon we are as well. We talked about this long signal as well in one of the previous videos, so it's getting interesting. We haven't had a long signal on the daily, since the end of the downtrend. I think that is fairly significant. That also would support further upside, in my opinion. I need to just warn you that, in my opinion, still this is not going to take us to new all-time highs. Yeah. There we go. And what else did I want to show you? Yeah, let's take a look at the daily chart here. MACD still increasing buying momentum. RSI still in the bullish range, not overbought. Upside potential still there. And the ADX is also still showing us a long signal. All of that supporting further upside. Here the MACD also on the 4-day chart, bullish momentum increase. The RSI back or now in the bullish range. Yeah. Again, as high as it hasn't been since the end of November, positive. And I think the ADX is going to do this bullish crossover that I showed you in the previous video. That could be coming here also on the 4-day chart. And that all could support further upside potential into this region. And I mean, when we came down here and made it to 33K, I told you that we were going to see some upside, and we saw it all the way up to 45.5K. Because we were just so much oversold, and because the indicators were so far down, they are now supporting further upside, but they also support downside. So it's really a question of, is Bitcoin going to break out of this triangle or not? Had a few questions by a few people who didn't buy Bitcoin because my buy order was below 40K. I think the first one was just below 40K. What do they do now? Well, I can tell you what I do. I'm going to open a position when we break above 46K, get a retest. That would be a shorter term long trade into this area here, taking profits here. But again, anybody who's not yet invested at all in Bitcoin just needs to make the decision. You know, I can't make the decision for you. If I had no Bitcoin at all and I wanted to get the foot in the door, I would even buy now, just to have a foot in the door, because, you know, just to be a bit on the safe side, should all the probabilities be thrown out of the windows, and should Bitcoin just go to new all-time highs, because everything is possible. It's all about probabilities. I don't think, absolutely not, it's gonna happen from here. I think we need to complete that correction, but should it really happen, personally, I would hate not to own any Bitcoin, and therefore I own, I own Bitcoin anyway. But if I had not any Bitcoin, I would probably buy now, but probably less. Yeah, there will always be another dip. There will always be another entry opportunity, and I will make you on this channel always aware about future entry opportunities. But anybody who didn't buy any Bitcoin will hopefully have bought altcoins. Yeah, their favorite altcoins. So that's my view here on Bitcoin at the moment. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll keep you updated about Bitcoin, of course. And again, if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.